As we mentioned in section 1.1, 6 of the Hebrew letters, Beit, Gimel, Dalet, Kaf, Peh, and Tav, were originally capable of being pronounced 2 different ways. These 6 letters could be pronounced either as what linguists call a stop, when the flow of air is interrupted, stopped, or as a spirent, when you let air flow out of your mouth as you say the letter. These 6 letters are therefore important to recognize these 2 ways of saying them. And collectively, they are called the Begad Kafat letters. That is simply a mnemonic, a made-up word to help you remember which 6 letters are in question. So they're the Hebrew letters Beit, Gimel, Dalet, Kaf, Peh, and Tav. Now, if you were to transliterate those, and remember, Hebrew is written right to left, but the English left to right, you would get B, G, D, K, and PH for Peh when it does not have the dot, the dagesh, and T. So Beit all the way down to Tav, and accordingly Gimel, Dalet, Kaf, and Peh. So when we say Begad Kafat, that's simply a way to help us remember these are the 6 letters that were originally capable of being said in 2 ways, either without the air coming out, a stop, or with the air coming out, a spirent. The Begad Kafat letters are pronounced as a stop without air coming out when they follow another consonant. They are pronounced as a spirent with air flowing out when they follow a vowel. The stop is sort of a hard sound because the air stops, and that dot placed in the letter that we called a dagesh lene is the indication that you are actually supposed to use the hard sound when you pronounce the letter. So if we see this, we say ba. If we see no dagesh in the beit, we say va. We will get in the next section to how Hebrew vowels are indicated in the script, but one of the Hebrew vowels is called a tsere, and a tsere is 2 dots below the letter. So if you were to have this word, the beit is following a vowel sound, and this would be lave, and the sound here of the beit is a v sound because it follows a vowel. On the other hand, if you had the Hebrew word bain, where the beit begins the word, it doesn't follow a vowel sound because it's the first sound of this word, and it's therefore said with the sound ba, and it therefore has the dot, the dagesh lene, in it to indicate that it is a hard sound, ba, not va. So ba, va. In the modern pronunciation that we are using, the stop and spirent distinction is only preserved for 3 of the Begad Kafat letters. Beit, which can be ba or va, and we write it, remember, in transliteration that way. Or Kaf, which can be ka or ka, which we'll write in transliteration as that. Or Peh, which can be pa or fa, and so in transliteration, fa. The other 3 Gimel, Dalet, and Tav in the classical system of pronunciation would still be pronounced differently. A Gimel with the Dagesh would be G, the way we're saying it as God. In the classical pronunciation, Gimel without the Dagesh would be G, as in log. Dalet would be capable of being the stop sound, D, as in dog, with the Dagesh, or would be said th, like that, if there were no Dagesh. And Tav, T, as in tamp, with the Dagesh, Th, as in thunder, without the Dagesh. If you are supposed to learn a classical pronunciation, therefore, you will need to recognize how to say these three letters differently. If you're using the modern pronunciation, the only three for which you have to recognize the difference in pronunciation with or without the Dagesh, the dot, are Beit, Kaf, and Peh.